Jaylen Brown, throw it down, 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists for Jaylen Brown. Kyrie Irving, 35 points in the Game 3 loss, and Jayson Tatum, 31, 6, and 5. The Boston Celtics have won 10 consecutive playoff games for the first time in franchise history, and they are one win away from winning the 18th championship in Celtics history, which would be the most by any franchise in the NBA. Celtics fans came down to Dallas, and they see their team one victory away from being able to sweep the 2024 NBA Finals, but this guy has different plans.
Hey, my man, I hope they got something at that bar tonight. What you got? I want some of that. Ooh, I want to feel that good tonight.
I'm sure you know that voice. That is the one and only Charles Barkley. Here is Smitty. Here is Grant Hill. I'm that other guy, Chris Miles, and a lot to break down here. But let's start with Luka Doncic. It's a three-point game. He fouls out, and it feels like, oh, what do we have here? It's the first time he's fouled out in the playoffs in his career.
Well, it was a good call.
It was a good call. Big play right here. Obviously, Luka Doncic trying to defend Jaylen Brown. He had it picked up his 5th foul just a few plays earlier there. And obviously, your closer, one of the best in the game, not in the game down the stretch for Dallas, and they certainly missed him, guys, those last 3 minutes.
They did, but I think the main thing is they attacked him. We talked about it before the game. They have attacked him this entire series, which is a good basketball strategy because if the game's ever close, they were wearing him down. But you got to give the Celtics some credit. Man, for some reason, do they always fall asleep at the wheel? I mean, this game should have been over midway through the fourth quarter, and they get so stagnant offensively, start just playing one-on-one hero ball. This game should not ever been that close.
Yeah, and I look at it as, yes, Brown and Tatum played well, but I still give Drew Holiday a lot of credit.
Man, I love that
down
dude.
The stretch. I mean, the numbers won't pop at you like you had last game, but him and Derek White doing little things. Another guy I got to take my hat off to, Al Horford is putting in a hard work, hard hat effort.
And I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to give your boy, Mr. Tillman, some love.
Yes, I appreciate you, Chuck. I appreciate you.
I mean, Tillman, to me, he was amazing tonight. You know, I tried to get my son to get Mr. Tillman. I love this dude. He's big, he's strong, he's physical, he plays hard. Him and Al did a fantastic job. But, man, my guy Tillman, your guy, Michigan State, shout out to Tom Izzo and those guys.
Give Sam Hauser some credit, too, as well.
Oh, man, Sam Hauser. I met his mom and dad today. I said, keep shooting that thing. I would, man, he can shoot that thing when he gets going. Him and little Peyton Pritchard.
So the Boston Celtics in their postseason history with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, 15-3 when those two guys score 25 or more. And we've seen this for a few years now, Smitty, where they are able to do so much when those two guys produce at this level.
He still hasn't had a Jayson Tatum game, but I like how he came out in the first quarter. A much more aggressive, love for him to not take so many jump shots because of his size. He can get what he wants. But in this game, both these guys, Jaylen Brown, both attacking. If they're doing that right there, it's really hard to beat. Both Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum came out together, had a good game, and it was a close one, but those two guys were too much for the Dallas Mavericks, definitely down the stretch.
And Smitty, what I like here is they're attacking. All these plays, they're not settling. They're getting downhill, high percentage shots, putting pressure on the defense, and then the ability to convert in the paint. And if they're not scoring, they're finding opportunities for their teammates. But to Chuck's point, in that fourth quarter, they got a little bit lazy with it. They started settling for bad shots and allowed this team to get back into it.
Speaking of Jayson Tatum, he is joining us now live on the set. And, of course, what we said, Jayson Tatum, he talked about his overall game and what he's been trying to develop in this postseason run. There's been a lot of questions about, oh, Jayson Tatum, your shooting percentages, not what they have been in the past. Your scoring, not what it's been in the past. So, Jayson, as I say this, as you're getting mic'd up and getting ready for this, I want you to think about this for a second, right? Kudos to you. We've talked to you for the last 4 or 5 years and watched your game develop. But tell us again how important the defensive end has been for you, making sure you get your teammates involved before you have a scoring night like you did in this Game 3 in the Finals.
Yeah, I've talked about all the time. We've been to this point, and we know what it's like to lose. So just getting opportunity to get back, and having a mindset of everybody's going to do whatever it takes every single night for us to have a different outcome. And whether that's having a big scoring night, leading the team in rebounds or whatever, or guarding a big or a guard, whatever you got to do, everybody just on the same page, and we having fun doing it.
Well, we're in Boston? Damn.
Chuck, they're cheering for Tatum.
I know, but there's a lot of noise for Boston down here right now.
They travel deep.
Hey, Jayson, it's been interesting watching these foods on television for recently, talking about who's the better player and Jayson Tatum this, Jayson Tatum that. Did that frustrate you? Because it makes me mad, because the most important thing is actually to win the game. And we always say we don't listen to television, but we lie, we do.
No, for sure.
Has it been frustrating for you, like, yo, man, let's just win the championship?
Frustrating, I don't know. Have I heard it? Absolutely. And early in your career, you get all the points and the stats and the individual awards, and then they say you haven't won, and now you're in a position, to win a championship.
Now they say you're not putting up numbers.
You're not scoring enough.
Welcome to the media, brother.
For sure. But like you said, it really just comes down to I've been here before, and I know what it feels like to lose, and I never want to feel like that again. And just doing whatever it takes to win the finals.
Jayson, take me to just the first quarter, your mindset. It seemed like it was totally different. It was attack, it was downhill, no jumpers, everything to the bucket.
Yeah, you guys know playing in the league, that first road game is tough, right? They're coming back home. They feel good in front of their fans. And as a competitor, my favorite game to play always is Game 3 in the playoffs. I love that first game and feeling like your back is against the wall in a hostile environment, and just wanting to set the tone for the rest of the guys that, we wasn't going down without a fight.
And Jayson, that first quarter, they came out, they kind of hit you guys early. You guys kind of weathered that storm, got back in the game, evened it up. And in that third quarter, I mean, you guys, it was as good as I've seen you guys play in a while, just defensively, holding to the 19 points, offensively, the ball moving around. Were there any adjustments at halftime as a team that you guys made, or anything you might have done to help with that blitz or that just incredible performance in the third?
Right. And we knew coming into the game that they was going to start off and come out swinging, and it was our job to take that first punch and respond with some punches of our own. And we just talked about halftime. Let's be the team that come out and punches first and knock them back on their heels and just keep going. And we did doing that.
One win away from winning your first championship. You were here 2 years ago, and you came up short. How did that motivate you to get back here and to be in this moment now?
Man, it's losing in the finals is the worst feeling.
It's awful.
Ever. And it's never a guarantee that you're going to get back. And last year we realized that we may have taken things for granted, let some series go longer than they should have and end up losing in the conference finals. And that was a wake-up call for us that, just because you have a good team, there's no guarantee you're going to get back to the finals. And really just honing in on this opportunity that we have and trying to make the most out of it.
When you talk about Duke, one of the greatest basketball programs of all time, Christian Laettner, he's on the Mount Rushmore. But are you and Zion and Bobby Hurley, y'all like next on the Mount Rushmore, right?
What is going on?
It's definitely my man G Hill over here. I'm just trying to catch up.
See, Jayson, see the media, they try to divide.
Sure.
They try to divide and conquer, man.
Jayson, since we talk about college, my Spartan, Xavier Tillman, tell me what he did tonight. He hadn't played a lot, but, no Porzingis, he stepped in. He doesn't have the stats, but he had a great game.
Man, you can't say enough about the role players that we have on our team. The guys that we call it the stay ready group. They never essentially know when they're going to play. But, when guys go down that we can and plug and replace at any given time. And, I had a big game, JB did, but we wouldn't win this game without X, right? And understanding that it takes a collective effort through a finals run, that you're going to have guys come off the bench that are going to give you a spurt throughout the game that is going to, help you win.
Two great programs. Auburn, not so much.
We better. Well, first of all, we've been to the Final Four more recent.
Great. Go ahead.
I think.
Tangent.